Twice the only POS, LOS, CRM, PPE, e-signature mobile responsive tool in the entire mortgage industry. You gotta check this out. It will save you money and it will give you a superior product. If you want to learn more, just click this banner right over there. Well, they did it with Chase, and now they're doing it with Wells Fargo, and I hate to say it, but the mortgage industry loses with Wells Fargo out of the game. Here's what happened.
Wells is simply the whipping child for the CFPB. If the CFPB feels like it needs a victory to rationalize its existence, it just goes to one of the big banks and takes a few $1 billion and then louds its success and how they're helping consumer finance to all of us. But here's the thing.
All right, you just beat them up to death. So when the largest lender in the world decides to leave retail and even correspondent lending, everybody loses. It's not consumer protection, it's consumer privateering.
Think about this for a second. The CFPB orders Wells Fargo to pay $3.7 billion for widespread mismanagement of auto loans, mortgages, and deposit accounts.
They go on to say that the company repeatedly misapplied loan payments, wrongful foreclosures on homes, and illegally repossessed vehicles, incorrectly assessed fees and interest, charged surprising overdraft fees, along with other illegal activity affecting over 16 million consumer accounts. Now, here's the question I have. With this $3.7 billion, did anyone get any of that money at all? Or is it just being used to fund the medical, optical, dental, and 401ks of all the blood-sucking employees over there at the CFPB? And I'm telling you this right now, guys, straight up, this is embezzlement.
Now, we've said this before. If you make your payments, your obligatory payments that you know came with the house or the car, then none of this happens. This is a story about protecting people with credit scores in the fives. We've all had that client before, and it always sucks. Always an excuse, but at the end of the day, they're just not making their payments.
So what do we get from this? Well, now Wells Fargo is out of lending because it's become prohibitive, courtesy of the CFPB, because if you don't do loans, then they can't sue you for billions of dollars. And I mean, I guess Bank of America, you're on deck, dude.
And since we're on the topic, yesterday, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, proposed a rule to establish a public registry of supervised non-banks terms and conditions in a take-it-or-leave-it form contract that claim to waive or limit consumer rights and protections, like bankruptcy rights, liability amounts, or complaint rights. In some cases, terms and conditions in non-negotiable form contracts mislead consumers into believing the terms and conditions are legally enforceable.
Don't you see this for what it is? Consumer protection is for morons who don't pay their bills.
Under the proposed rule, non-banks subject to the CFPB's supervisory jurisdiction would need to submit information on terms and conditions in form contracts they use that seek to waive or limit individuals' rights and other legal protections. That information would be posted in a registry that will be open to the public, including to other consumer financial protection enforcers.
So now every regulatory agency could go ahead and just pile on because everything's going to be public information. So now non-bank lenders, which is probably you, is now under the thumb of the Bureau that's supposed to protect you, but it's just making borrowing other people's money harder and more expensive. How is that consumer protection? Ronald Reagan said it. The 9 most dangerous words you could possibly say is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.